Close your eyes and imagine, just for a moment, that what you truly desire is already yours. Not in some distant future, not as a hope or a dream that might come true someday, but as something you possess now, right in this moment. Life that lives in the quiet corners of your mind, the life you rarely dare to describe out loud. See yourself walking confidently through your day, living that vision. Feel the weight lift from your chest because the worry is gone. The desire has already become reality. Your heart is lighter, your shoulders relax, and your breath flows freely. You smile, not because you're trying to be positive, but because you genuinely feel the calm certainty that everything you longed for has come to you. This is the essence of visualization, not as a trick, not as wishful thinking, but as a way of living from the truth that your thoughts, your feelings, and your imagination shape the very fabric of your reality. See everything around? Us was once unseen. Every building, every piece of music, every word on this page existed first in someone's mind before it took form in the world. And yet, most of us walk through life as if our inner world has no power, as if our imagination is only for daydreams or children. But imagination is sacred. It is the blueprint of creation, and it belongs equally to all of us. When you dare to truly visualize, when you see and feel the life you desire as if it were already yours, you awaken forces both within and beyond you. It starts quietly. You close your eyes at night and replay, in loving detail, the life you wish to live. You do this again in the morning, before the noise of the world rushes in. And slowly, gently, something begins to change. Your mind starts to believe what you show it repeatedly. Your subconscious accepts these vivid, emotion-filled images as real. Your body responds. Your posture changes. Your energy feels different. Your choices shift. You notice opportunities you might have missed before. You speak with greater confidence because deep down, you've already lived this reality 1,000 times in your mind. And so, what began as a silent picture starts to materialize in your words, your actions, and eventually your outer world. People often misunderstand visualization, thinking it's about simply thinking positive or chanting empty affirmations. But true visualization is alive, it breathes, it feels, it engages every part of you. It is not just seeing the picture, it is stepping inside the picture. It is asking yourself, if I truly had what I desire right now, how would I feel? How would I speak? What choices would I make? And then, choosing to live in alignment with those answers day after day. It is living not from the emptiness of longing, but from the fullness of already being. In this way, visualization transforms longing into presence, hope into certainty. You stop chasing your desires as if they are somewhere outside of you, and you begin to live from the truth that they already belong to you. And in this shift, everything changes. You move through your day differently. You carry yourself with quiet confidence, not arrogance. You speak kindly because there is no need to prove anything.
Yeah.
You take risks not from desperation but from inspiration. You become magnetic because nothing is more attractive than someone who deeply believes in the life they are building. It is here that the power of feelings becomes so important. Visualization without feeling is like painting without color. The mind learns best through emotion, and your subconscious responds most powerfully to the language of feeling. So when you visualize, you must invite emotion to join you. Feel the gratitude as if it were already real. Feel the relief of knowing the struggle is over. Feel the excitement of waking up to a life that feels like yours in every way. These emotions are not just pleasant additions, they are the fuel that brings the vision to life. Think about it. Your entire life is shaped by your feelings. When you feel fear, you shrink. When you feel joy, you open. When you feel love, you connect. When you feel doubt, you hesitate. By choosing to deliberately feel the emotions of your desired reality, you teach your mind and body to live from that reality now. And as you do, you begin to act differently, speak differently, choose differently. Slowly, the gap between what you see inside and what you see outside starts to close. Skeptics might call this fantasy. But look around. Every piece of your current life was once just a thought, a feeling, an image in your mind. Even your doubts were once imagined before they became real fears that shaped your choices. If your mind could create your fears so convincingly, why do we question its power to create our hopes with the same conviction? The truth is, you always get what you visualize most vividly and most often, especially when your feelings align with it. The mind is endlessly creative, but it is also obedient. Follows the path you draw for it again and again. So, the question becomes, what path are you drawing? Are you imagining failure, replaying every past mistake until your subconscious believes it's your destiny? Or are you painting in your mind's eye the life you truly wish to live, until your subconscious accepts it as the new normal? Visualization is not about forcing life. It's about choosing which seeds to plant. Oh no. And the seeds you water most with your attention and emotion are the ones that grow. It takes courage to visualize deeply because it asks you to step beyond your current circumstances and see with the eyes of faith. It asks you to believe in what you cannot yet touch, to feel gratitude for what has not yet appeared. But this is not denial of reality, it is participation in creation. You are not ignoring what is, but choosing to create what can be. And you don't need to know every detail of how your vision will come to life. That is not your job. Your job is to see it, to feel it, to live from it in the small choices you make each day. Life meets you halfway when you dare to act as if it's already yours. You make the call you were afraid to make. You apply for the opportunity you thought was out of reach. You say yes where fear once said no. You speak kindly to yourself where self-criticism once ruled. You invest in your growth where you once hesitated. Each of these small acts is proof to your subconscious that you believe. And slowly your outer world rearranges itself around this belief. You see, visualization doesn't replace action, it inspires it. It aligns your action so that it comes from faith, not fear. Instead of acting from desperation, I have to do this or I'll fail, you act from certainty. This is who I am becoming, so of course I do this. This difference in energy changes everything. It makes your journey lighter, your choices clearer, your resilience stronger. In time, what once felt impossible becomes normal. The vision that felt too big to say out loud becomes your lived reality. And then you dream again, visualize again, grow again, because life is not a single destination. It is a constant unfolding of new visions, new feelings, new creations. Some days doubt will visit. That is natural. Doubt is not a sign to quit. It is a sign to return to your vision, to sit quietly and remember why you started. On those days, close your eyes again and step back into your imagined life. Its warmth, its peace, its joy. Let your heart remember what your mind has temporarily forgotten. Then open your eyes and move forward again, gently but firmly. Over time, you will notice something beautiful. You no longer need to force belief. The vision has lived in you so long, so vividly, that it becomes part of who you are. You walk into rooms differently. You speak about your plans with quiet conviction. You carry a calm certainty that others can feel, even if they can't explain it. You become magnetic, not because you are trying to impress, because you are aligned with your truest self. The most beautiful part is this. The more you live from your vision, the less desperate you feel for its arrival, because in a very real way, you are already living it. And paradoxically, it is often when you no longer cling tightly that your desires flow into your life most effortlessly. You are no longer chasing them. You are welcoming them into a space you have already prepared in your heart and mind. Visualization also teaches you to see differently. Challenges stop being proof that your dream is impossible. They become part of the path. You recognize them as opportunities to grow into the person who can hold the vision. You stop asking, will it happen? And start asking, who do I need to become so that this reality feels natural to me? And you realize that the goal was never just to get the thing, but to become the person who can live in alignment with it. And so, your focus shifts from outer achievement to inner transformation. You discover that the true gift of visualization is not just the life it helps you create, but the strength, resilience, and clarity it awakens in you. You start to see yourself as a creator, not a victim of circumstance. You learn to trust your inner world as much, or more, than the outer. You discover the incredible power of feelings and how choosing to feel gratitude, peace, and joy now changes what you receive later. As you keep practicing, something else happens. You inspire others, often without realizing it. People see your calm confidence, your steady hope, your willingness to act even without guarantees. And something in them remembers their own forgotten visions. Your quiet faith becomes a light for others, reminding them that they too can imagine boldly, feel deeply, and create bravely in the end. Visualization is not just a technique. It is a way of living. It asks you to move through the world as someone who knows they are already blessed, already capable, already worthy. It asks you to see with eyes of faith, feel with a heart of gratitude, and act with hands of courage. It asks you to remember every day that what you see inside matters more than what you see outside, because the outside world will, in time, reflect the inner one. So, keep visualizing. Not just when you feel hopeful, but especially when you feel afraid. Not just when you have time, but as a sacred daily practice. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and return to the vision. See it again, feel it again. Right? And act as if it were already yours. Because in the deepest sense, it is. Your dream life is not waiting somewhere far away. It lives inside you now, patiently waiting for you to claim it. This is why I always say, I always get what I visualize. Not because life guarantees me everything I want, but because visualization shapes who I become. And who I become shapes what I create. And so, day by day, thought by thought, feeling by feeling, I build a life that matches my inner vision. And in this sacred process, I discovered the greatest truth of all, that the power to create, to transform, to love, and to live fully was within me all along. So go ahead, close your eyes, visualize, feel, act, repeat, and then watch. With quiet wonder, as life rises to meet your vision, not as magic, but as the natural unfolding of a mind and heart, aligned with their deepest truth, because truly and deeply, you always get what you visualize.